Hi there. My name is Sadaf Munshi. I am a linguist by profession. I am also an artist. I paint, write poetry, and write columns in newspapers on various issues, including gender. Today, I will talk about some of the gender-related stereotypes that I can think of. Of course, it's a very broad topic, and there are so many issues that we face related to gender, being women of a certain origin, growing up in conservative societies. But I can talk about some of those. Some of the things that really trouble me as a woman, I can say as a successful professional woman, are when people talk about women as a weaker sex. We often hear terminology such as abla nari, bichur, zanan mohnu, kore mohnu, and things like that. And I don't like these terms. I don't think they define women. And in fact, I think they limit their capabilities in terms of what women are able to achieve. Normally we see them as a weaker sex, but I don't really think women are weaker sex. They are really the stronger sex if we look at them in a broad sense. Anyway, that's one of the little areas where we don't think about these issues often. I started my research, documentation research, in Srinagar, which is my hometown. It took a while to convince those people that I was doing something important, because women in our society are not really taken seriously. Even if they are doing serious work, they don't really attract that kind of appreciation that men do normally. Anyway, it continued, and it also, gender segregation also contributed to hampering my research in terms of me not being able to access the other gender. I needed data from both men and women, but it took a while to break that gender barrier. Men and women, even men, would not come forward and be recorded. They would just leave the venue where I was sitting, and they were also hesitant. But I continued my research. I worked for so many years in documenting that this language, an endangered language that's called Burushaski. And then last year I went again, and I wanted to do some workshops, and I invited number of people. I went home by home, door to door, and invited people to come and attend my workshop, which was on developing an orthography for that language. So everybody said yes, we are coming, and men and women, they were very enthusiastic, and so we had set up a time and a venue where we should meet in somebody's house, because there was curfew and ongoing protests, so we had to do it in somebody's house. I set up the camera. I set up a big screen television to demonstrate some of my work, and I'm waiting, and about 15 to 20 men came, but there was only one woman there who I knew very closely, who had worked with me on the project for many years. But other than that, none of the women came, and I was really disappointed what happened. So anyway, I continued my workshop. I conducted the workshop. The workshop was successful, but there were some members who didn't come, who were supposed to come. So later what happened, when I finished that workshop, I met those women again, and I said, what happened? You didn't come. And they said, can you please organize a workshop for women separately, because we feel intimidated. So that was quite some experience, and it really affected the way I think about this issue. So I guess that's a story I wanted to share about gender segregation and how women feel intimidated by men. But I think gender segregation is the reason why women are so intimidated, and they don't feel comfortable in the company of men. Thank you.